Howdy hoo, Insanies! It's me, Annie Lederman, your leader. I'm here. I got some new props. This is for, it's just some stuff I'm doing on my Patreon that you guys should check out if you want to be a part of like the Cool Kids Club or whatever. I've been doing some vampire erotica readings and I got some vampire ears and I also have some teeth. I haven't quite glued them onto my teeth yet. You got to use like denture glue like an old person. And, but I do have the ears that look cute on me. Everyone keeps thinking I'm a fucking elf. I'm not a freaking elf, okay? I'm a vampire. I suck blood. And sometimes I'm a cowboy vampire. But you'll have to tune in to see. Now, here I am. I'm the queen of receiving pictures of your peen. And I want to now clarify because that doesn't mean I want to receive pictures of your peens. I'm just saying I do receive them and I don't actually like them at all or have any interest. I don't even click on them. I don't even look at them. I mean, sometimes I do to have a good laugh, but I've never enjoyed one. So when I say that, I want to just be clear. I'm just the queen of receiving that because that's what happens so often. But I'm not requesting them. This is a real fucking... What if I died on camera? This would get so many views. I'd go viral. This is a sword from John Kroll. Send it to me. He's a patron. You know, we've been having fun. We've been having fun on Patreon. That's where I've been, if you've been wondering. Oh, put this shit away here. M-I-C. See you real soon. K-E-Y. Why? Because I love you. I have the Mickey Mouse song stuck in my head. That's so fucking sick and perverted. M-I-C. See you real soon. When you're sleeping and I pop out of your closet to fucking molest you. K-Y jelly is what I always think. And I'll be using lube. M-O-U-S-E. It's disgusting. Nobody should be writing songs about seeing your kids later. It's gross. Even the Barney song. Don't hug my kid. Don't kiss my kid. Get the fuck out of here. It's disgusting. All right, it's been a while, guys. I've been out of here for a while. I've been just, quarantining, protesting. Crazy shit's going down. It's the purge. It's the fucking purge. But it's been pretty amazing. Did you guys see the Compton Cowboys? I have Todd here as he's my assist, I would say like my stand-in Anthony. He's an Anthony stand-in. Say hello, Todd.
Yo, what up?
Todd, he's another unpaid intern. He gets nothing. So he gets less than Anthony, which is less than nothing. Now, did you see the Compton Cowboys, Todd?
I have not.
They were black.
I don't know what that is.
You're annoying. Can I just say that? Now, Todd also was the producer for the one I did at the Comedy Store about Brody, and he was annoying on that one too. He kind of does like a fake voice, and then he's like playing a part. It's annoying. It's like, be yourself, be a person.
I'm not playing any part.
No, he waited. I wish you could see it. He waited. He put the microphone up to his face and then he started talking. That is playing a part. There's no chill about it. It's disgusting, honestly. You will be fired. Anthony will be back next week. So everybody, it's okay. Now, the Compton Cowboys are these black cowboys in Compton that were riding around during all of the protests. I feel like I predicted their existence on the earth. I wish I had known about them when I had my cowboy romance novel, my black cowboy romance novel, which I'm going to read on my Patreon when I can fucking find it. But the live readings have been so fun. I've been having a great time. There's a whole crew of people, of insanities that are now friends, and I couldn't be happier. So if you guys want to join, please do. We're having a good time. Now, Racist Puppet's in trouble. Racist Puppet's been very bad, and we always didn't like you. We didn't like you. You blackmailed me with pictures of my asshole, and that's the only reason you got on here. But you've had a change of heart, haven't you? You guys, Racist Puppet was beat up by a cop. at the protest the other day on Fairfax. And he has changed his tune. He got rid of his MAGA hat. He is now, it's coming in the mail. He has a Black Lives Matter hat that he's going to be wearing. Like a good boy. But he's off the show until he gets it. He's got to watch all of the movies. He's watching the 13th. He's reading all the books, White Fragility. He's being good, okay? He's learning. Learn. Now, I did go to the protest. It was like the first, I don't remember what day it was, but it was right in my neighborhood, and I went over. I wasn't wearing the appropriate shoes. I had open-toed shoes. But I went over around 2:00. I posted I was doing a live stream of it, and I'll have Anthony or Todd or whoever ends up editing this put the clip up of it. But it was crazy, okay? They were at Pan Pacific Park, and then about 3 to 4 blocks down is the Trader Joe's, and they just wanted to march through that street, okay, down 3rd Street. Now, 3rd Street, if you go like, you know, a couple lights down, you start to hit Beverly Hills. So the cops weren't going to have that. So the cops stopped at 2 p.m. I don't know when the protest exactly started, but it hadn't been going for long. And people only were able to walk 3 blocks. Then they barricaded them off. So then all of these people it was just a peaceful protest. Everyone just was like chilling, signs, marching, fists up, like they get stopped really fast. So now all these people are unloading from the park to go this direction, and there's no room. And it's still Corona. People are still nervous. People were planning on social distancing and shit, and now they're all squished in together. It was fucking crazy, right? So people started to get really tense. I just happened to get there right when this was happening. People were getting really, really tense. There were like maybe 8 cop cars, like 4 lined up next to each other, okay? Just 2 rows of them. And like there were not that many cops. There were like maybe like 15 cops at the most. And they had people, and I think it's called kettling or something, but it's like it just built up and everyone started to get like really anxious and crazy. And then the cops were getting really weird. There was one cop I had my camera on. I was like, he's feisty because he started cursing at everyone before anyone did anything. Nobody was doing a fucking thing. Okay. And then all of a sudden a guy rides his bicycle from behind the cops where the cop cars are. They come in and they have like words for a second. And then the dude on the bike starts biking away. And then that cop, after he starts biking away, pushes him off his bike from behind while he's leaving. Dirty moves, dude. I have it all on camera. I called it out. I knew that motherfucker was feisty. He was Hispanic. He wasn't like a white cop or anything, but it was just really, it was weird to see how badly that cop wanted a problem. It was really, really weird. He was looking for a problem and he waited for the guy to not be facing it. It was just it was very, very weird. And then I left and things got crazy that night. I didn't go outside. I literally meditated all day. And then when I came out, like they burned the liquor store down, some of the protesters. And then my friend Eleanor was out. Eleanor Kerrigan saw it. And she said she saw this like Hispanic guy in a tow truck put his chain on one of the fences of this weird boutique. It's like, I don't even know why the boutique's there. Some weird, like ugly clothes. I can't imagine she's had one sale in her entire year thus far. But they pulled the gate off and looted and shit. This was late night. Some kids set the liquor store on fire. Crazy shit went down. It was wild. Cop cars were burning. I wasn't there for the cop cars burning. I mean, I cannot imagine smashing a cop car, and I would have to unlearn all of the things all I've ever been taught in my life is do not touch a cop car. But it was, I mean, mayhem out here. But yeah, that is my story. It was very crazy. And then they weren't that bad, and they weren't really in that area anymore after that. But Todd, do you have anything to add about the area? Did you see anything crazy?
When they barricaded the street with all the furniture, that was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, they took my street. Okay. My street was near all the riots. So when the riots started, people were like, fuck that. We're not getting our like cars stolen and bashed in. So they took all of the trash that it was right at the the end of the month. So everyone was like throwing out their old couches and stuff. They took everyone's like old couches and stuff and all this furniture and barricaded the street. And then across the street, they did it too, but they put all this broken glass. I was like, why would you make it so that our tires pop the next day? But it was fucking unbelievable, dude. It was crazy. I went out with a bat and brass knuckles later that night just to check it out. And I went and saw some of like the restaurants and was talking to the owners and stuff. The people that I talked to had insurance and were going to be fine and were rich people. But it was just wild, dude. And then I'll tell you something. A lot of like really expensive cars, like G-Wagons and shit, were pulling up and going, do you need help with that? Clean up and stuff. Like rich people have rich people helping them. They were just the richest people out with brooms helping other rich people. It was pretty amazing. Oh, you guys, I came back antibody positive. Pretty cool. Now I can party again. I don't know what it means. I don't know when I had this fucking thing, but I had it. I was smoking so much weed in the beginning of the quarantine that I think I might have just been so high that I didn't notice I had the full flu. But maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Okay. I think everyone is on high Karen alert right now, which I enjoy. I think that's pretty fucking cool. You just got to have your phone ready, just ready to film a Karen. Today, I was at CVS and I saw when she started to complain about, she didn't think that she thought the little carrier carts were broken. I mean, they weren't. But she was like, those ones are broken. Nobody could see it be broken. She started huffing. Her heartbeat was going up. We could see her almost start to yell. And then she caught herself, though. She was about to blow. She was about to Karen blow. Karens are out. They're out. We had the bird watching Karen. That one was good with the dog. She just got her dog back. They took her dog for a little bit. You guys know who I'm talking about. She was famous for calling the police on the guy and saying that she was going to say he was African American. It's like, just say the N-word. There's nothing more racist than the way she said African American. It was like she was trying to get woke points while literally trying to murder this man. Get this guy beat the shit out of, at least by the cops. She just wasn't scared of him. When they flipped the camera around on him and they showed you what that guy looked like, I mean, there's no way that bitch was scared of him. He's a bird watcher. What is he going to do? Look at your tits through his binoculars, bitch? I mean, he was no threat. I think he had like a gay pride flag on his shirt and he talked like a Harvard guy. It was just like so unbelievable. I feel like, I think the protests were crazy. It was just a lot of there was a lot of police brutality and protest against police brutality. It's like, I don't understand. Just like maybe like chilling the beating people during the time where they're like, don't beat people. But I do feel like they were trying to beat up a lot of white people to kind of even it out and be like, we're not racist. We just beat people. I'm just going off what I see. It's wild times. But we have the Compton Cowboys. They're so cool. I can't believe they exist. It's very exciting. I also want to address, I know that this picture came out and people are kind of coming at me and yelling at me for looting. I did not fucking loot. That is not me looting, okay? I did not loot Red Lobster. That was 2 months ago when it was called Dining and Dashing, okay? It was totally okay back then. There's just I didn't do it. I didn't loot. Did you loot, Todd?
No, I wish I did though.
Really? What were you going to get?
Brand new TV, flat screen.
Do you know how embarrassing it is? Todd's like, what are you?
A Gemini?
He's a Gemini. He's Two-Face. Yeah, they said actually all of the looting was done by Geminis. Todd's like a half Asian, but he's not. You're whitish. You're whitish enough. I don't think you would have gotten the pass, bro.
Nah, I would have been passed.
What would you do? People were very open about their faces. Like the masks were not. I would have had a larger mask if I was going to do it. You saw the bitch carrying out the cheesecake? And then the white lady that left the store where it looked like she tried on each side. She was being so white about the way she looted. She tiptoed out. Oh my God. What else? I got to catch up because it's been so long. It's been a long time. I gotta get my Meanspiration mojo back. You guys. You motherfuckers. I got a lot coming up. A lot of things happened. Today I went out to lunch. I enjoyed a lunch out at a restaurant. It's weird. Is COVID? COVID's still here, right? Still nothing's changed. I just don't. They're saying the numbers are going up, but I'm not seeing any sick people. Like I feel like at the beginning, people were like my grandmother died, or like I'm really sick. Take this seriously. And now I don't see it. So I don't know. I got to keep looking out. I don't know if it got like the protests are louder than the COVID stuff or what's going on, but I don't see it. I don't see it. I have no clue what's going on, but I wear my mask. I'm antibody positive. Antibody positive. And so I went out I had a salad, and I want to just warn everyone. I want everyone to just be really, really careful out there, because you're going to hear a lot of really bad jokes. I heard the first hacky Corona joke at a restaurant. The waitress is there. The guy comes up to give her his credit card. He goes, "Hey, somebody coughed on my card. You still want it?" And she went, "Yes." And no, and it was just terrible. She had to do that fake little laugh because he hadn't given her the tip yet. I was a waitress. I know the game. You got to pretend the person's fucking cool or funny until they write that tip and they sign that check, and then you can be real. Well, not really. You can't really, but you can try. One time I had a French guy tip me a frowny face. He put a frowny face. And I don't know if you can tell by my personality, but I'm a pretty upbeat, fun waitress. When I waitress, you're getting a show, okay? And he told me I was rude and mean. I was like, I'm not. You literally, your whole fucking country was rude and mean to me. They were all so mean. It was like they were a mean table. I wasn't mean to them. A frowny face. But then all my regular customers that were there, they put smiley faces and gave me good tips. Fucking asshole. I remember that French guy. He said I was being racist towards them because I knew that they were French. So I wasn't giving them good service. That doesn't make sense. You're the one that smells and has hairy armpits when you're women. Like, why do I care? I was being nice. I was being nice. I don't know. I feel like I want to talk more. I know that everyone's like talked about all the topics already. But damn, dude. The Black Lives Matter stuff is, I was brought up Quaker, and Quakers are like super pacifist, like very anti-racism. Like we were watching like Eyes on the Prize in school. My school was, I wouldn't say, I don't know if it was half and half or there were more black people than white people, but it was just, interesting. Quakers are like, this is a weird Black Lives Matter brag right now, but Quakers were the ones that they were institutional in the Underground Railroad. I'm not Black Lives Matter bragging. I'm not, but it's true. But I remember in 4th grade, we had this teacher's aide, Jennifer, who was like this big lesbian, like shaved head, like huge hairy legs. She wore Birkenstocks, but before like Heidi Klum did her line of them and made them cool again. Like it was like, you could just tell she was a lesbian just by the Birkenstocks. You could see her toe hair like poking out. And she had like all these like triangle tattoos and stuff. And then she was dating Christine, our art teacher, our lesbian art teacher, who literally looks like Michael Moore. If I think back, it's like spitting image of Michael Moore. Big like Michael Moore glasses. Does he have glasses? If Michael Moore has glasses, she looks exactly like him. And they were dating, and they would get in fights, and like we'd have to hear them like screaming at each other. They were probably on the same moon cycle, but it was wild. But I remember one day she was the teacher's aide, but the teacher was out sick. And so she just had us watching TV, and she had us watch Eyes on the Prize. And it got to like a really racist scene, even though the whole thing is about racism. But she took one of the desks that are like attached to a chair. We were on the 4th floor, and she took it and she started screaming and crying because she was white, screaming and crying and like running around. Half the kids in my class were black. screaming. There were 14 kids. 7 of the kids were black. She's screaming. We're all like, are you okay, Jennifer? Like, what's going on? Like, we have no, like, adult around that's not screaming at this point. She's running around. She's like, it's so fucked up. Like, screaming, cursing, crying about the movie she's seeing. And then she took the desk chair and she threw it down the stairs. And we were all like, do we have to call our parents? Like, do we go home early? What's going on? And she ended up getting in trouble or anything. It was fine, but I'm like looking back on that, and I remember being like, I'm so afraid of. I just remember thinking like, she's white, and obviously like be mad. But now I'm watching like I'm watching 13th. I'm watching all this stuff, and I do understand the anger, and I'm starting to think that Jennifer was a fucking gangster. She was an OG ally to the black people, a gangster. She had her nose ring and shit. She was so crazy. But we were so traumatized and scared. We were like huddled together. Like, what is she doing? And then my brother was sick that day and he missed like the best day of elementary school. It was the funniest day of my life. She went nuts. My dad was laughing so hard when I told him. It was just so funny. She was like insane. But a good heart, just like Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer wearing those African neck things. I don't know what they're called, but I don't want to call them the wrong thing. The scarves. It's just so unbelievable. And so reminds me of some shit my parents would do as Quakers. It was so funny. I posted a thing about it. Like, did you guys see how they looked like in that one picture? Like they just finished an educational rap. They're like, and that's why we say no to racism and you guys have to get there and vote. I probably could have, made that rhyme better, but what am I gonna do? I'm not good at it. I'm not good. I'm not a good rapper, okay? I'm white. We'll put that picture up there for you. Todd's taking no notes, by the way, which means I'm gonna have to rewatch this whole fucking thing to then go through and get all of the timestamps. So thank you, Todd.
You're welcome.
Thank you. It's so nice of you. Oh boy. Let's see. Some things I've watched. There's some things I've watched. Oh wait, did you guys see, this was like a couple weeks ago. Did you see Sia adopted 2 like 18-year-old black guys? I honestly didn't know you could adopt grown-ups. It seems so crazy. It seems so insane. It's literally, I didn't know I could adopt a boyfriend. It's wild. It's sweet of her. I'm sure there's good intentions behind it, but she adopted. I watched her being interviewed. They're like, oh, you just adopted some kids. And she's like, yeah, they're 18 and 23. I'm like, what? Huh? Are they hot? I bet they're hot. It's weird. That's all I'm saying. Look into it. Look into it. Went to lunch. Everyone was chilling. I'm wondering, I'm starting to feel really bad for the quarantine's lifting and all these OnlyFans girls are going to have to go back and face their coworkers. I mean, it's crazy. My friend was like talking to me. He works in a restaurant. He's like, when the restaurant opens, I'm just going to have to look at it. We all know. It's not just OnlyFans. It's also your family, your friends, your old classmates, your grandmother, your cousin, your brother-in-law. It's not just your OnlyFans. We don't need to see the pictures of your pussy and your tits to imagine the OnlyFans, to know it's there. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. Also, I wanted to tell you guys some of the things I've watched. Oh, I did relapse. I have to tell you guys, I relapsed. I'm sad to tell you, I relapsed. I relapsed on true crime TV. I didn't drink and I haven't smoked weed, but I did relapse on true crime TV, which I promised I wouldn't do anymore. It's bad. Murder porn is bad. But I relapsed and I saw a pretty good one. I saw a documentary called I Shot My Parents. It's a white kid who shot his 2 parents. He shot them in the head. They lived. He's a bad shot. I guess They didn't take him to the shooting range. He just shot his parents. And they lived. And they were trying to say that it wasn't him. They thought it was someone else. There's film of it. They had a camera inside. Like, why do you have a camera inside if you're not afraid your kid is going to shoot you in the head? Doesn't that seem like maybe that's why you had the camera there? Who knows? Anyway, shoots his parents in the head. Parents love him. They go visit him all the time. They love their boy. Blind in one eye, trouble hearing, don't have an equilibrium anymore. However, love their kid and visit him all the time. Now that is fucking crazy. That is crazy. Do you think they loved him too much and he had to shoot them? And then he was like, I don't know why I shot them. And then earlier in the thing, he was like, well, I was mad because they wouldn't let me play my video game. This kid, don't spoil your kids is all I'm saying. Don't spoil your kids. Or do. Let them play their video games. They're going to shoot you in the head. It was unbelievable. Check it out. It was interesting. Shot his parents in the head. And all they do in the whole documentary is go, I just love him. We love him. Can you imagine? All these people are like getting close to committing suicide, trying to keep straight A's, trying to impress their parents. This guy just shot his parents in the head. Maybe it's Stockholm Syndrome. He played hard to get. Now they want him. You know, I'll tell you, my twin brother, he doesn't call as much as the rest of us, and he always gets the most presents. Maybe it's the same thing, but with bullets in heads. In their heads. Anyway. I watched Benjamin Button. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. I would beg to say that nobody's very curious about Benjamin Button because nobody seemed to give a shit that this old man was turning into a young boy in front of their eyes. I think if you were curious, there'd be some articles about it. He may be on the cover of Time magazine, Person of the Year, at least one of those years. It just, I don't think they were curious enough. Todd, you had said that you thought that there would be doctor's appointments every day. Your bones can't be moving like that without a doctor involved. They don't want to try to solve it, to figure out why he was like that. They just let him be like that. Also, he starts out as a baby that's old, right? And then he dies as a baby that's young. No. He would have been a tall baby. He would have been, you shrink, but you don't shrink that much. He would have been like at least like a 5'3" baby. And I think they really blew it. He would not have been getting breastfed by his fucking ex-wife at the very end. Do you think she breastfed him? So weird. I like the scene where she was like, he was a toddler and she was walking with him. And oh, spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't seen the movie from 1992. But she's like holding his hand. He's a little toddler. Ding, 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 ding. He's like, goo, goo, gaga. And she leans down and just slips him the tongue. Pats him on the ass. Tugs on that little foreskin. Did they have circumcision back then? I don't know. But that leads me to the next thing I saw. I saw a documentary on castration. Wow. I saw them cut a ball sack open and pop that ball out. I saw them do it. And I'm going to tell you something. It looked an awful lot like Dr. Pimple Popper. Almost exactly the same. I would say identical. I could put them side by side and you wouldn't be able to pick which was which. So if you're looking to lose your appetite, if you're looking for some nice dinner theater, check out the castration documentary. I think it was on Amazon. It was for pedophiles in jail. Oh, that reminds me too. I had a very, very controversial Instagram post. It got people going crazy. I posted a screen grab of a tweet that Ice Cube, the rapper, turned children's movie star, he tweeted a picture of Donald Trump with Jeffrey Epstein. And it said, Ice Cube said, "We know what you did last summer." Now, it's hilarious on a lot of levels, okay? One, it's Ice Cube. That's so funny. And two, he's quoting like this old movie from the 90s, this like thrasher teen film. It just was so good. So I posted that on my Instagram with the caption, Chris Hansen walks into the kitchen of the White House, stands in front of a plate of cookies. Why don't you take a seat? Now, I watch To Catch a Predator all day long. It's always in the background. It's my favorite show. It's so soothing. It's so funny. It's so good. It's so good. So I thought it was hilarious. Now, everyone seemed to go insane and say it was some sort of political tweet. It's not a it's nothing political. I didn't know so many people were mad at Ice Cube. This is ridiculous. But people kept going, Bill Clinton, what about Clinton? These people, they never talk about Bill Clinton. Don't these people me, by the way. I fucking months ago posted, I have made rashies. I made rash guards with my 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu coach, Scott Epstein. We collaborated on them that said Epstein didn't kill himself. I posted a picture to promote it, and I had Bill Clinton choking me to death in it. Okay? I did that months and months and months ago. So shut the fuck up about the not saying things about Bill Clinton. I'm going to come out here. I don't like to talk about politics too much. I don't like to be too crazy, but this is going to be controversial, but I think I need to take a stand on this. Okay? I am anti-pedophile. Believe it or not, I'm against pedophiles. Having been molested myself, I am against pedophiles. Now, hate me if you want. I know you guys are going to be mad. You're mad at me. You all love pedophiles. I don't. I don't like them. I'm being brave right now. I'm being brave. I don't like pedophiles. They touch a weenie. They touch a weenal. I don't like them. I don't like them. They make your privates hurt. Anyway, I don't like them one bit. And that's not a fucking political thing, you fucking ding-dongs. It's so crazy. People can't have any criticism on any candidate they like or whatever. It's like, shut the fuck up. Pay attention. You're triggered. Are you twiggled? I feel like if you get triggered, you should have to speak in the voice that it's of the age it's taking you to. Because being triggered, it's all just zapping you back to some shit that happened to you when you were little. Are you twiggled? You don't like it when people make fun of Twump? You don't like it? But Quentin, he was on the plane 24 times. I know, motherfuckers, and it's disgusting. It's gross. He's also not the president right now. It's just like insane. And anyway, I'm making a fucking joke, dude. But it would be funny if Chris Hansen popped out. And then he cues the tear gas in the back. It's fucking crazy. But I did the Bill Clinton thing before. It's crazy times. Like after I've literally witnessed a riot. Okay. At least to cool down and calm down, I can pop on some Netflix and I can just watch and slowly fall asleep to the sweet stories of Jeffrey Epstein victims. I mean, what the fuck? It's a dark world out there, guys. It's a dark world. But I do think things are hopeful. Things are turning around. I know I have a fire lit under my ass. I feel like things are progressing and hopefully we'll get some change happening up in here. It is a weird time to be white because you don't be doing the post. Like I did the black post, the black screen post, the black square post to like, I wanted to show my solidarity and I wanted to I did, but you know, it's hard for me to post something that everyone else is doing. I feel like that's dangerous. And I don't want to virtue signal. That's a nightmare. I hate like when white people are like kind of like congratulating themselves on the movies and the books there. It's just like, but what are you supposed to do? It's fucking true. There's systemic racism. It's fucking real. It's like happening and you want to fight it, but it's just, I don't know how to do it not gross. But here's what I wish I had done instead of just posting the regular square. Because there is always a way to take a joke. I like to pride myself in taking all of the hashtag like Instagram things that everyone's doing and heightening them and making them funnier. I really hate that. Yeah. Okay. I hate that people are calling me when I'm in the middle of this. It's very fucking annoying. I have just two friends that just never stop calling me. But what the fuck was I saying? I don't even fucking remember these fucking assholes. Oh, I want to post. I should have reposted the black square that Rachel Dolezal posted. And then what you would have seen her little name in the corner. And then at least it could have been a little bit of a joke. Not that I think the movement's a joke, but my job is jokes. But anyway, we're having fun on Instagram again. Everyone seems to be like fighting the good fight, but also maybe having... Oh my God. See, I'm still getting comments on this Bush thing. I mean, on this Trump thing. I don't need to give anyone the whole picture. It's like you guys are, these people are out of their minds. I didn't do anything. I said nothing. There's no whole picture that needs to be given. I can make a joke and post a thing, you fucking ding-dongs. If you can't take a joke, it means you're twiggled. You're twiggled. All right, I'm going to have to start going to questions because I'm so hot. I can't turn the fan on because it gets too loud. Whew. How long has this been running for? Really?
No, I mean like 40 minutes.
Oh. Fucking just completely wrong. I like how you said it like... He just said, I don't know if you guys heard it. I go, how long is this running? He said, an hour and a half. And I go, really? And he goes, no, like, I mean like 45 minutes. Like that's in any way an hour and a half. You mean half of an hour and a half? Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Did you like that quick math? Boom. Half of an hour and a half. Oh my God, I'm so smart. I miss Anthony. No offense, Todd, but you blow. You're the worst. Oh, it's so hot in here. All right, let me read your guys' questions. All right. When was the last time you really cried? Well, I'm torn between two times. The last time I really cried was when your mom didn't call me back and when your dad didn't call me back. I just don't know which was sadder. Because, like, your dad has a big dick, but your mom has, like, such a big pussy. And I like big ones. I'm into that. No, I don't know. I did cry. This is going to be... I can't tell you when I cried. I cry all the time. I cry all day, every day. Every documentary I've seen is making me cry. I saw a documentary about the LA riots, and I wept the whole time. When the guys... Listen, when the cops got off, and you just see this black man sitting there, and just one tear falls down. If you don't cry, you're a fucking monster. If you didn't start crying at that, you're a fucking monster. Okay.
I remember the last time you cried.
When's the last time I cried?
When we were watching the Beetlejuice and his
Oh, I did cry. I welled up. Listen, Todd just learned about Beetlejuice. Not the movie, the guy, the man, the short man. The short little man from Bubble Boy and the Howard Stern show. So we were watching some of those things and I saw Beetlejuice. They brought Beetlejuice's sister on. They're just identical. Both equally as slow and so cute. Such little people. And their mom came on. And it was so cute. And, you know, I cried a little. I wept a little. They're cute. They're cute. Listen, I'm sorry. I worked with kids with special needs and they're cute. They're cute. I mean, not all of them. Sometimes they start masturbating. When I was a special ed teacher or special ed camp counselor, they did a whole like orientation thing. There was a full day about self-stim when they would self-stimulate. They're like, when they start to self-stim, you have to barricade them. You'd have to take we had mats to change them on. So you would have to like barricade them and let them finish and then clean them up. What was your summer job when you were 17? Being a Quaker, I've learned a lot. A lot of fun stuff being a Quaker. That actually was the best job ever. I just started talking to one of my old campers. I think I'm legally not allowed to say his name because of the HIPAA laws, but I can say his first name. Mikey, my angel, so sweet. He's in his 30s now, which is crazy. But he was so cute. He still is. Sweetie, I just I Zoomed with him and his family recently. He's adorable. He never self-stimmed in front of me, thank God. I don't know what he was doing on the Zoom, but his mom was next to him. So if he did anything, her problem. No, he's not like that. He's fine. All right. Okay. There's so many questions. Okay. Would you rather be sitting next to a COVID-19 patient or with Mel Gibson at a Jesus birthday party? 100% with Mel Gibson at a Jesus birthday party. That would be so entertaining. I could live stream it. I would go viral. It'd be awesome. You know, I did test positive. Todd, did you have something to say?
Isn't a Jesus birthday party just Christmas?
I honestly feel like you've watched so much Beetlejuice that now you just say things that are okay. Yeah, I do think that's what they mean. I do think they mean Christmas.
Why?
But I think they're trying to sound cool. His name is Why So Serious Like Lee Mike. So take it up with him. At a Christmas party with Mel Gibson, let's do it. He can deny the Holocaust. It still happened, okay? Sometimes when you see people that crazy, it's like you're in a museum. You're like, is this real? But then you get to film it. You get to film it. Go in there with a body cam. Film that shit. Go viral. I also don't want to be near COVID patients. Antibody, I don't know if it's real. I don't know if I never was sick. What if I get it again? All right. Would you bring BS back right now, but as is, but he hates it and speaks with a Spanish accent? I don't know who BS is. Who's BS?
Barbara Streisand.
I would love to bring Barbara Streisand back here, and I would love it if she only spoke with a British accent. Would you rather, spelled WOOD, have everything taste like peanut butter, or try a 30-day fisting challenge? You get no more attention. You're boring. I will tell you, that did remind me, fisting reminded me that I'm going to be fasting. I'm doing the master cleanse starting tomorrow. Okay. Yes, I did find a white truffle flavored potato chip in my pussy today. And I took that as a sign. I took it as a sign. Things are getting out of control and it's time to do a cleanse. The master cleanse. And I'm going to tell you something. I know I'm a pervert because every time I go to type master cleanse, I spell it MASTUR, and then I have to remember, no, bitch, get your fingers out of your vagina. It's with an E. Okay. So let me know actually in the comments if you want me to do. I'll do daily. It's a 10-day cleanse. I'll do 10-day updates each day if you guys want that. If you guys think that's boring and you're going to unsubscribe, tell me down there. Tell me in the comments below. Also, subscribe to the channel. I always forget to say that. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the fucking channel, okay? Join my Patreon. It's actually fun as shit. We do a lot of I've been live reading different erotica books. I play different characters. I have different costumes. I do little Zoom parties. I do, for my 1 tier, we just all hang out. We all know each other. It's really a fun crew. You'll love it. I post some stuff that I don't post online, on social media. I post on there. Upcoming projects. I'm about to drop a thing that I'm going to be working on that actually Todd made for me about my shaman. I'm posting that tomorrow. And also I'm having the guy who sent me the nunchucks Orlando is going to give me a Zoom lesson that you guys can watch. So you can watch me get my teeth knocked out. It's just really it's been really fun. So I would love to have you guys on there. And thank you to all my patrons already. I really I can't even believe how much fun it's been. And I mean it. Okay. Okay, are you still the queen of peen? I sent my pics and never got a reply. Because I'm not the queen of peen. I don't want your dick pics. Now, this guy is interesting, okay? I posted, it was before I'd posted anything about Black Lives Matter. And it was after George Floyd had died. And he goes, he looks black in his profile and he goes, you should use your platform to honor George Floyd. And I go, you know what? You're right. And I like it. I go, you're right. You know, I should. I was just, the only reason I hadn't was because I don't want to just do what everyone else is doing. That's not What is that? That's for me. That's not for the cause. Anyway, I was thinking about drawing a picture or something. So I go like that. And then he sends me a DM, 2 pictures of his dick. He's fucking Hispanic. It's not even black. I don't want pictures of dicks. I joke with you guys because it seems like you have to. I've told you before, if you compulsively have to send pictures of your dicks, you have to draw them, okay? I want you to get your colored pencils out, your Crayola crayons, your markers. I want cross-hatching, shading. I want it to look like there's a fucking apple and a bowl next to it, okay? I want it beautiful. I accept nothing else. Will you be in Grand Theft Auto 6? I don't think so, unless it's happening in the future and someone's going to ask me to do it. People keep asking about the ears. You're going to have to join my Patreon to learn about my ears. They are so cute, though. This is my new look, guys. I'm trying to get some virgin followers. I'm pandering to the Virgies. I mean, it's my look. They look better with my hair up. Guys, put your boners away. I'm a fucking elf. It really is a vampire, but we'll go elf. Whatever keeps your dick up at night, you can decide. Why don't cops do ayahuasca on the 3-day trip in the woods? They train less than hairstyles. I honestly think if cops did ayahuasca, things would change. I think everyone should do ayahuasca. It's fucking beautiful. It's amazing. And I love my shami. What's your most memorable performance and why? Probably when I bombed on Shipwrecked, the heavy metal cruise in front of Papa Roach. That was fucking humiliating. And Seven Dust. I had one good joke. I said, there's only 2 black people on this entire ship, and both of them are the lead singer of Seven Dust. And then beyond that, nobody laughed at anything I said. And I bombed. And then I had to eat at the fucking, in the line with everyone, because it's all buffet eating. And everyone's like, you were good. I'm like, oh God, the pity. But it was so fun. And now I'm friends with Papa Roach, and I was supposed to open for them. Possibly we were in talks. And then quarantine ruined it. Best quarantine recipe you've learned to make? I mean, I just really put like chicken in a crock pot, bitch. That's what I do. Childhood stories. I was thinking about, recently I was thinking about, someone asked me to tell childhood stories from my childhood. I was thinking about when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I lived in a room that was like, had a window looking out our backyard and a roof that was just like half a foot below the window. And so I could climb out and smoke cigarettes, and I would write poetry, and the light behind me would illuminate the pad as I would write all my poetry about all the boys I had a crush on. And I would look out and you could hear the cicadas like hissing and chirping or whatever, like screaming, whatever the fuck they were doing. Just look out and you could smell like the dirt of the moist field and the dew from the grass, and just smoking those cigs like a fucking Philly bitch. Just fucking up there smoking my cigarettes like a fucking bad kid. Leaning up against the wall. You could feel the wall because my back was in a backless shirt because I was a baby slut. I was a little high school baby slut smoking my cigarettes. I had my lip liner. Smoking Newports. Culturally appropriating from day one. Wearing my hoops, clinking my hoops. Oh yeah, that's for my hoops, people. Smoking, I'm writing my poetry. Roses are red, violets are blue. I could see through your window. I got a crush on you. I liked my neighbor. And let's see. Celeb crush. Liev Schreiber, Doi. I want to eat him out. I want to eat his pussy. He's so cute. I like his big nose. What's the best podcast to be on? A guest on? Joe Rogan's podcast, Doi. I love doing Rogie's podcast. I like Rogie's podcast and Your Mom's House. I would like to do again. I was triggered when I did it last time and didn't catch the vibe correctly. I would like to do that again. They're so funny. I would like to do Tiger Belly, but I really like doing, there's this podcast called, what is it called? The Crime Podcast. That's really fun. They do an old, I'll try to post it on the Instagram for this podcast, or maybe I can do the link below. But they do like old crime stories and then you just make jokes while they tell them to you. It's really fun. It's a good one. Would you rather smoke your dead relative's ashes or bathe in your own piss and shit for 4 hours? I would love to smoke the ashes of my family members. Like, I smoke weed with my family. I don't smoke weed anymore unless it's with my family. That's how my family is. So it would be like smoking with them, I'd probably get high. It would be good. Would you rather test positive for COVID-19 or get beat up and arrested by the cops? Probably beat up and arrested. Think of the prison selfies. Think of all that attention I'd get. Has your mental health improved or gotten worse since quarantine? Listen, the ears may say otherwise, but I have never felt better in my fucking life. I have zenned out. I have been so good. I have just learned how to handle myself. I have been meditating. I have been doing breath work with my shami. It's amazing. Would you rather never do comedy again or have Joe Rogan's money? Now, here's the thing. Pre-quarantine, I would have said nothing would keep me off the stage. Nothing. But then Corona did keep me off the stage, and I realized there are things out of my control that can keep me from doing the thing that I love. And I was like, I'm broke, but I'm living the dream on the stage telling these dick jokes. And then Corona, and then nothing, and then unable to do it. And when does it come back? This is going to be weird. How do we do this? And then, and then you think, wow, I wish I had some money. Corona hit. I go, God, I wish I had tons of money right now. It'd be so cool if I had tons of money. But I think I would still just rather do comedy because with comedy, you can get, maybe not Joe Rogan's money, but you can get up there in money. And Joe Rogan got a lot of his money from that. So I still pick stand-up comedy, even though maybe it never exists again. Even though the Comedy Store is possibly opening in a couple weeks. They're going to be, what I've heard is it would have to be 60% capacity. So just like every other table, I guess. People have to wear their masks when they walk around. No extra comics can be there unless they're on the lineup. It's going to be weird. There's no real hang anymore. I'm used to just hanging out in the VIP bar with fucking Rogie, talking shit. I do miss my friends. I miss them, but I am ready for some stand-up. I hope that it's not premature and we don't all get sick and there's another wave of people dying. But I'm ready to do I can't wait. I cannot fucking wait. Best female comedian rankings. Annie Lederman's 1. Annie Lederman's 2. There's this girl, Annie Lederman 3. Joan Rivers 4. Annie Lederman 5. I think those are the only female comedians, correct? Favorite candy I like, don't get mad at me. I like Good and Plenty's. I like black licorice. I like it. I like watermelon jelly bellies. I like red Starbursts. I like peanut M&Ms. I really like a payday. I've been called a payday pig many times in my life. A good old payday pig. Hardest thing about quarantine for me, not doing stand-up. I like doing stand-up. It's sad to not be able to do stand-up. And I know that sounds like bullshit. Who cares? There are people who have real problems. But I just really like what I do. When will you go on Tiger Belly? When they ask. The second they ask, I'm on there. Bobby told me he'd have me on a while ago. I just got to hit him up. How Philly are you? Is that asking my count? I don't know. Are you doing shows soon? I just don't. As soon as the Comedy Store opens, I'm going to do it. All right, I got to just end this soon because this is almost over. Someone asked me what my... Where did that one go? Todd's bored. It's fine. I'm used to Anthony being bored. Someone asked me what my morning routine was. This is what it is. I've gone full hippie, you guys. I wake up, okay? I join a group Zoom with Bob Roth. He is one of the heads of Transcendental Meditation, a course I took years ago that's very expensive. But I think they're doing they're lowering the prices and stuff if you're on financial aid. So check it out. You might be able to do it for cheap. Bob Roth in the morning, he does a Zoom. So at 9 a.m., I click onto the Zoom. I wake up, my alarm goes off. I click onto the Zoom. He comes on, he goes, hello, good morning, everybody. We're going to start in a couple minutes. I come outside. I heat up a mug of water. I squeeze some lemon juice in it. I sip that. As I walk over to my couch, my little meditation corner, I sit down. I get comfortable. Bob Roth comes on. He goes, I'm going to do a couple of announcements, some explanations of the technique, and then we're going to get into meditating. And then I meditate for 20 minutes with him, and he says, slowly open your eyes. And then he does some quotes, and he says, all right, bye-bye. Have a good day. And it's so pleasant. And then I usually fall asleep. But then if I'm doing good, I do some breath work. My shaman has a breathwork course. If you guys want to take that, it's like $120 or something, but it's for 26 days. It's the most amazing thing I've ever done. It's so fucking cool. Hit me up in the DMs. I can send it to you. It's just unbelievable. But I did all these different, an hour of breath work every day for the past month. It's been so good. So I do breath work. It's guided meditation. I love my shami. I sang a song about my shami. I really love my shami. I just love him. I love him. He's an angel. He's so cute. Anyway, love this man. And then what do I do after that? Oh, I exercise or do yoga. And then I've been watching master classes. And I'm starting to write. I've got some ideas that I've had in my head for a million years, and I'm fucking ready to get them out. I have done so much work on myself to work on all these weird self-limiting beliefs I've had, and I'm just fucking ready to rock, dude. I can't wait for shit to open up again. I hope it's not premature. I don't want people to get sick, but I'm very excited to do all this shit. I'm very, very excited. I got to write a bunch of new jokes. A lot of jokes got to go. Jokes that don't make sense anymore that I don't like. It's just starting over. I'm excited though. And then I meditate again later in the night. And it's just been really good. I'm very happy. I feel really good. And then most nights I do something on my Patreon, usually at 7 or at 9 p.m. and just hang out and have fun. So that's it. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I'm sorry it's been so long. I hope you enjoyed this. If you didn't, fuck you. You're entitled to your opinion, but fuck you, it still hurts. All right. Peace out, Insanies. Join my Patreon. Tell me if you want to see the Master Cleanse updates. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram. Tell your parents. Watch my episode with my parents. None of you guys fucking watched it. Tell people about my podcast. Get me sponsors. This is me hypnotizing you. Name your kids after me.